sharpest edges of everything.
What is up, knife community? This is Blade Love coming at you from the Sharpest Edge, and you are with me in the man cave. Well, it's almost time for the Lehigh Valley Knife Show coming this weekend, so I am totally stoked and ready to go already. So I just can't wait. I'm too excited. There's going to be over 100 dealers there, and it is just going to be a fantastic show. Weather may not be so promising, but who cares? It's inside. There'll be clean restrooms, great eats, an ATM on location, plenty of places to sit down and rest, to take a break, because I know being on my feet, it takes a while, so I have to take the walker there usually, my little rollator thing, so I can sit down when I get tired out, but I am totally going to enjoy it, and I am stoked. So, I just also wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to the 5-part series of the Survival Inn unboxing. Everything was awesome, and I can't wait to take some of those blades to the show to check out with my colleagues and see what they think, pass some business cards out, and get some things rolling for the great people at Survival Inn. So that's another goal I have. And today's video, actually, is going to be something a little different. Something I was going to save for a little bit, but I just had run into some free time now. When I purchased the RIZZUTO ESTILETO, I had mentioned about cleaning up the blade, and that's exactly what I plan to do in this video, the refurbishing of this blade. So let's take a closer look at the blade and see what work that needs to be done. So upon first inspection of the blade, there's some surface scratches, marring, and a little bit of surface rust on the RIZZUTO ESTILETO Milano side of the blade. On the back side, there's a little surface pitting rust, scratches. This side isn't as bad. Polishing's going to do it just fine, and the whole blade needs to be touched up sharpening-wise. So I guess the next step we got to do is grab the stiletto and take it down to the shop. So I start things off with a very fine abrasive eraser. It's basically a rubber eraser with a bit of grit embedded into it. And I just rub it over the blade evenly. Both sides. It won't take care of everything right away, but it starts it off on a good note. Didn't turn out too bad for a first step. Now we got to get those scratches out. Put a little rouge on. Blade pointed down. Now, both hands. Well, after a good few passes with the buffer and some handwork, I should say the blade did not get too bad at all. Now I just need to do a little sharpening on it, and that should do it. And for the sharpening, I have that great little cold steel sharpening rod. Okay. It feels good. All right. Back to the man cave. One last thing I like to do, coat it with ballistol and roll it up in a nice shop towel and let it just chill overnight. And the next morning, wipe it down, get the excess ballistol off, and it's going to be a beauty. So we're back from the shop, and here she is. Blade didn't turn out bad at all. And the sharpness is much better as well. Quite a simple restoration, really. I didn't want to take too much material off or do too much change to the original package of the blade because, believe it or not, sometimes restoration decreases the value, so we don't want to do that. So, I want to thank you all for joining me in the restoration of the RIZZUTO ESTILETO. Have to remember that. And I'll be back with a few last thoughts in a moment. One of the most fun and enjoyable hobbies for me is my knife collecting. And I absolutely love historical knives, fixed or foldable, or even swords and axes. Whatever genre, it doesn't matter. If it's sharp and it cuts, it's of interest to me. But what I do not enjoy is operating four media sites, and being shadow banned because I showed a knife that's scary, or it is a topic that someone reports because they think that knives shouldn't be shown or sold online. Now, I am just a collector, and I write about them, and I evaluate them, and I review them, and I advertise knives that I love and report on knives that I don't think are so hot that maybe everybody else does. Really haven't found a knife that I haven't liked yet, to be honest with you, but I'm sure it will happen one day. But until then, just do me a favor, and when you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or even Vero, give a knife dealer, a knife evaluator, a knife aficionado like myself a like. It helps us stay up and out of the hands and the harm reaches of these idiot media assassins. And it's really, it gets to be very discouraging after a while because it's incredible. You see your following is going up and up and up, and then all of a sudden, one day it just drops by 20 to 50 people. And I've heard it called shadow banning. I've received notifications that my content will not be advertised to anyone other than people who follow me. And I do this because I like it, so it doesn't really have much of an effect on me and the friends that are in my circle are on these platforms. But it does irritate me for people who are trying to make a living, like small knife dealerships, small knife makers, small businesses. It hurts them. So whenever you see any knife dealer, any knife content person, and if you are in the knife community, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the crap out of the posts. Even if it's not your genre, just do it. I spend at least an hour or two a day going through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Vero and liking or sharing fellow posts and fellow businesses and fellow aficionados content, because that's the only way we're going to beat this system. It is definitely the only way. It's a system that's rigged against knife and gun owners alike, or any other person they don't like, or people or group they don't like. So thank you very much for watching, and please go ahead and do that for me as a big favor. I would truly appreciate it. This has been Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge. Thank you for joining me in this video in the shop and the man cave this evening. And always remember, be good to yourself, but especially be good to one another. Out for now.
You got the sharpest edges I've ever seen.